Hi, Erik Levitt here with TMC. We are here at the Javits Center in New York at Cloud Expo, and I'm talking with Erik Levitt from Open Data Centers. Erik, glad to see you again.
Yeah, it's always wonderful to be with you guys.
So tell me, what's the latest? What are you guys up to? You're here at Cloud Expo. How does Open Data Centers play into the cloud environment right now?
Well, as a carrier-neutral co-location facility, we're in a position to be an ideal service provider for cloud computing providers and cloud service providers. We've attracted a lot of managed service providers that are offering clouds, and we've begun reselling a lot of those clouds, including an on-app service by Core Technology Services. And we further moved up the stack into the full IT provisioning space with our portability product, which allows you to consolidate all of your IT and telephony onto your mobile devices, your notepad, your notes, and your mobile phones.
So, what's driven your ability to do that? Where's that extra interest coming from in cloud and managed services?
A lot of people are searching for what they're going to do with their desktop infrastructure, with their network infrastructure, because now you have a situation where somebody has two desktops in their desk, they have two mobile phones, they have a laptop, and they may have two iPads, or two Samsung Galaxy Notes. And right now you have a situation where we have one person with 5 or 6 computing devices. And with portability, which we're demonstrating here, we have the ability to take all of that and consolidate it down to a single device.
Is that something that people understand, or do they actually have to understand it? They just need to be able to do it?
Well, essentially, they need to be able to do it. You walk around looking at all of these, at everyone looking at their iPhone and then switching to their laptop. And on the plane, they also brought their iPad or their notepad. And now with either your tablet or your mobile phone, you're down to just a single device.
How does cloud make all that mobility easier?
By providing a unified infrastructure. It simplifies the communications down to just that one simple device, where your desktop is always running on your phone, and your tablet, and your enterprise communications infrastructure for voice is always running on your tablet or your phone. So no matter where you are, your extension always follows you. So it effectively obsoletes this concept of unified communications.
So tell me a little more about how Open Data Centers is playing into that ecosystem.
Our data center provides the foundation for being able to provide the ability to maintain the service. The first, it's the foundation and the first component. The cloud needs a place to live, and our cloud lives in our data center infrastructure. The networks that support that cloud and deliver those communications facilities need to terminate someplace, and our data centers, being carrier neutral, allow us to attract a large number of service providers to not just our own clouds, but also other clouds, so that there's a large amount of bandwidth to be able to transport that user data from the exterior elements of the network back to the data center.
Where are we with regards to security and trust in the cloud, and how does a carrier-neutral facility like yours have to manage security?
We're obviously very tight with security. We have any level of security capabilities from biometrics all the way down to key cards. We maintain all of the video surveillance for a long period of time, and as with most data centers, both data theft and physical theft are really non-existent in the infrastructure. And many people have implemented secure ID and other technologies on the logical side that prevent unauthorized access to that data. And I think going forward, as those procedures continue to improve and as the technology continues to improve, we're going to see a broader adoption of cloud computing.
How are situations like what we're seeing currently with the federal PRISM program going to impact cloud adoption?
Well, that's an interesting question, because effectively, if you have a government looking for the data, it's a good bet they're going to find it. You can do your best to try to protect that data, and I'd love to be able to say that that everybody can completely protect their data infrastructure, but I don't think it matters if the data is sitting on a personal computer that's attached to the public net or on a cloud service provider's computer that's attached to public net. You're still attached to public net. And if anything, the cloud service provider has a large personnel infrastructure and a greater capability of keeping undesirable onlookers of your data out, regardless of whether they may be miscreants or a government, for that matter.
As a co-location provider, as a carrier-neutral facility, have you been asked to hand over any of your data?
No, we haven't.
What would your response be if you were to?
We would have our legal team review the request. If we were subpoenaed pursuant to to rules the FCC set forth, we would turn over that data. Short of a subpoena, I can't say what exactly what our response would be, but we would certainly turn it over to the legal team and look for a valid request made by the government.
Excellent, Eric. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us here.
Thank you very much.
I'm Erik Levitt with TMC here at Cloud Expo in New York. Check out all of our Cloud Expo coverage in the TMC Net Video Newsroom.